Oop, shouldn't have done that. Let's get these brackets in here. So one modification I had to make that they actually said could happen is that these rods are a little too short. So what I've done is I got a little pieces of scrap brass and folded them up to put them inside as bracers. So far that has seemed, I wonder if this is not braced enough maybe. Because the slip was on the x-axis. This is the x-axis. And, it could be that these rods here are getting a little bit of slip going on, which adds to the problem, which would seem to be likely. If I hadn't just lost that piece of brass, there it is. So let's try folding up this brass one more time and see if that will add to the pressure here. There we go. Well, it's definitely bulky. Okay, so everything's reassembled. I was just musing on some ways to improve this design, and there are a lot of ways to improve it. Essentially rebuilding your own thing, which is a little beyond what I am looking to do. A couple of the basic modifications I do want to make. I want to replace these with some styrene covers, though ideally metal would be better. And there's also a Z-axis extender, which basically produces stilts for these rods here, so the base, rather than being down here at the floor, actually comes up to just about the platform and then extends the top just to about here. There is enough extra rod on the top here. You can actually get this threaded rod relatively cheaply, so I might do that. And it definitely gives a good, what's that, 3 inches or so extra on the build height. What I'd really like to do is extend the Y-axis here, and that would be relatively easy to do. And that would create a much longer build platform, which would be really useful for this. I don't know if I'd re-engineer this entire piece or just make something that you could drop on top of this. But that is definitely something to do, because a little bit of the square that this is just not really great. But if you could almost double this length and get this kind of width, then that's definitely looking a lot better for any kind of product you want to make. So what I'm going to do now is clean the nozzle off. There's a little bit of plastic building up there. Another thing I have to make is some, they're called wobble arresters, and basically, I don't know if it's going to show up here, but these Z-rods do have a bit of wobble to them, and I think that's probably also throwing the play off as far as everything goes. I don't know if you can hear that wiggle, but that shouldn't be making any sound at all. So I'll keep messing around with this. It's definitely a lot of fun here. Looks like I might actually have to heat this nozzle in order to get it right. Let's actually throw the bubble level on here. This phone is probably going to be too big to use, unfortunately. Well, let's try the platform first. So actually I need to... This is assuming this bubble level is all that accurate to begin with. But it looks like this is saying, holy shit, it can't be that far off, could it? That sucks. It's definitely slightly crooked towards the front, so I'll try and shim that. But basically what you want to do, another modification you can make for this is to actually produce feet here that you put on the bottom so that you can level the whole box entirely, then you level the platform and level the Z-axis, and then you're all set to go. But yeah, that's it for the moment. So I'll let you know how the next few prints go for this. I just ordered a pile more magnets, so I'm going to litter this thing with magnets for lots of things. Tool storage, such as this. Let's actually put this in here now. I figure as long as the magnets don't really go too near any electronics, it should be alright, I think. There's a few people that have made tool holders as well. But the box itself acts as a good tool holder too.